If ever you needed a reminder of Ireland's ancient history, well, this is the place you need to go to. It is the Boyne Valley. Now, it's a day trip out of Dublin, or if you're heading to Northern Ireland, you've got to make sure you stop in along the way. The Boyne Valley is known as Ireland's ancient East, and it's a place steeped in history. There's three specific historic sites you have to see when visiting: Trim Castle, Newgrange, and Knowth. On the River Boyne, the ancient town site of Trim contains more medieval buildings than any other location in Ireland. It's quaint and beautiful, and exploring it by foot is a treat. Trim Castle is foremost amongst the medieval buildings. The castle is the largest Anglo-Norman fortification in Ireland. Hugh de Lacy and his successors took 30 years to build it. The central fortification is a three-storey keep. This massive 20-sided tower, which is a cruciform in shape, was all but impregnable in its day. The castle is often called King John's Castle, but the truth of the matter was King John actually preferred to stay in a tent across there on the other side of the river. It was Richard II back in 1399 who visited the castle and left a prisoner here who later became King Henry V, interred up there somewhere in the castle itself. It really has a remarkable history, but more recently, back in 1995, Mel Gibson starred in Braveheart, and this particular set was laid out as the walled city of York. Trim Visitor Centre, located right next to Trim Castle, houses a medieval armoury exhibition. Step back in time to medieval Trim, hold a real sword, or try on a Norman helmet and handle a chainmail. Bruna Boyne Visitor Centre is an information hub for the thousands of visitors eager to explore Ireland's mysterious Neolithic monuments. The Visitor Centre is the only access point to Newgrange and Knowth, which lie north of the river. This is considered to be one of the most important prehistoric locations in the world. The megalithic locations of Newgrange and Knowth here were believed to have been built in 3200 BC. That makes them older than Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Giza. The mysteriously beautiful Newgrange prehistoric monument offers glorious views at the Boyne Valley. Amongst the finest surviving examples of this type of monument in Europe, Newgrange attracts thousands of international visitors every year. The Great Mound at Knowth is similar in size to Newgrange, and it's surrounded by 18 smaller satellite mounds. The Great Mound has two passages with entrances on opposite sides. The western passage is 34 metres long and the eastern passage is 40 metres long. There's been a lot of work being done to find out more about the people that existed here. And whilst there's remains inside, it's also believed that this is of such significance that it was probably a place of worship. Modern-day DNA sampling has allowed them to work out that these people actually originated from Anatolia, which is modern-day Turkey, and somehow or other worked their way up through Europe here to Ireland over 5,000 years ago to build these incredible monuments.